Hola, girl. Listen, we're about to get all in the Minneapolis shooter Robin Westman's business. We're about to pull some cards and see what Spirit has to say about Robin Westman. I know I cannot be the only one that's curious whenever people do these types of things as to what exactly made them do this. What type of person were they really? A lot of times the people who do these types of crimes are very much mentally and emotionally unstable. We know that for sure. Okay? Trust me. Because if a lot of people didn't have a grip on it, these types of things will be happening frequently, dealing with humans on these planets. So let's see what Spirit has to say about Robin Westman. Ooh, let me tell you, the first thing that Spirit is, when these cards go to jumping out, that says a lot. Spirit is saying that he does not feel guilty whatsoever. He was a lost soul on this planet. I feel his energy, and he was disconnected from this planet a long time ago. He was definitely one of those souls. I always say like, "Oh, I don't like being on this planet or whatever." Yeah, but I make the best of it. And then we have those who truly are like, I'm pressing the eject button. But the crazy part is that like, it's not even crazy because this is just what it is. People like him are so filled with evil. They're not just going to go off of this planet alone. They're going to show all of the universe how much they hate humans. Okay, looking at this from a spiritual standpoint, this gets deep going into Robin Westman's mind. So let's see what else Spirit has to say about Robert Westman. Now, Spirit is showing me that Robin, he was the type of person, of course, he kept to himself. That's exactly why I seen that the neighbors were saying, oh, it was a quiet family. We never expected that. It's always the ones you least expect because these are usually people who stay to themselves, who are very, reserved, introverts. These are the type of people that don't have many friends, or that people may make fun of because they're always misunderstood. And that's one thing about him. He's always been misunderstood, but it looks like there's always been a lot of confusion in his mind as well, is what Spirit is showing me. He is definitely a lost soul. I'm not even joking. It's like a wandering soul on this planet, almost as if his spirit should not have even came here to this planet. And he was so reluctant to being here. That's why he was like, I'm about to get up out of here. And I'm taking some humans down too. One of those types of situations. Some people are just really and truly pure evil. Like him, this card jumped out once again. This card jumped out again from my oracle deck. Some people like him, he don't feel no guilt behind it. Some people are just purely evil, and unfortunately, he was one of those types. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. It's so funny because Spirit is showing me not even his parents would have thought that he would have done this. Like his parents wouldn't have even thought that he would have gone that far, And I know whenever these type of situations occur, a lot of people want to know, were there any signs? Okay, so one of the questions that somebody wanted me to ask Spirit about this situation was, were there any signs that his parents may have noticed? So let's pull some cards and see what Spirit says. Okay, Spirit is saying he's always been distant from his parents. He's always had a distant relationship because he never even really felt like they understood him, but he knew that they loved him and they tried to protect him in some type of way. But Spirit is saying his parents did not see this coming. They always knew that he's been different, but they just never knew that this would be something that he would be capable of. This is what spirit is showing me, you know? And the parents, the family, they just feel so bad about it. They really, 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 really do. And I see one of the parents beating themselves up about it. And it feels like it's like a motherly energy. So this may most certainly be his mother. I see her like beating herself up about the situation. Like, you know, if only I could have done more, you know, something of that nature. But yeah. Now, the next question that I got this question a couple of times. What was his motive behind it? And you know what, to be honest with you, from the cards that I just pulled, it's like spirit already told us the motive. He was just pure evil, and he did not want to be on this planet himself. And he, like, whatsoever, like, his spirit was reluctant to come to earth before he even came to earth, if that makes any sense. And if you are elevated spiritually, you're going to understand where I'm coming from when I'm saying all of this. Okay. Those of you who are vibrating on a low frequency, you may not understand it. But he did not want to come to this planet as a spirit and as a human being before he even arrived here. Okay. He's always felt off. He's always felt different. He was always treated differently because of it. His energy has always been different. So the human experience is not an experience that he enjoyed. And because of that, it's like, you know what? I am going to choose when I am going to leave from this planet. And when I do, I'm taking some humans down with me. It was most certainly one of those types of situations. So that is what spirit was showing me that his motive behind this whole thing was. Okay. So yeah, when people say we are at war spiritually, it is not a joke. It most certainly is not. Okay, so let me see. What was the next question that we have? Hold on just a second. Let me see. And don't forget to make sure that you guys are following my page, subscribe to my channel, to my YouTube, and share this video. Okay, so the next question is pretty much like, how does his community feel about it? But let's see what spirit says. Like the people that are around the family and all that types of stuff. Spirit says everyone is pretty much shocked, you know? You know, this is one of those situations. It's funny that this card jumped out, but this is one of those situations where it's like, we never seen it coming. They never see it coming. So everyone is feeling pretty much shocked by this whole situation. And this is pretty much one of those situations where the community comes together to hold one another throughout this moment. Just think about it. He went into a church, and I heard that they were in the middle of prayer on top of that. That's the craziest part about the whole situation. So yeah, what do you guys think about it? Comment below. Let me know any questions that you may want me to ask spirit in regards of this video. Comment below. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you think was on this person's mind when they even walked in there doing that? Like, come on. Do you think it was something in his upbringing that may have triggered him to do this? Like, what are your thoughts? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Also, if there's any video that you want me to make on any celebrity and pull cards on, then drop it down below in the comments also. See you on the next video.